Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Dr. Samir from Ajust. In this lecture, or in this tutorial, sorry, I am going to show you how to use virtual classrooms or how to conduct a successful online lecture with your students using course sites or Blackboard, the free service that we have started the series of how to use it. So the first thing that you have to do is to go to your one of your courses that you would like to deliver a lecture. So actually I'll use this one. Okay, so actually it is recommended to create one of the menu item here and name it as online lectures. Okay, and make it available for students, or you can name it virtual classrooms. You type the name you wish. It will be added here as we have seen before, and then we have to move it, for example, here. So once we did this, actually we have how to create a virtual classroom. It's really very simple. Once you are here, you go to tools and then more tools, and then you will find this Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. So this is actually what we are looking for. Just click on it and type a friendly name for it. Online lectures. You can have, so actually this is just a container. It will actually, you type the name you wish, online lectures or virtual classrooms. You type what you did, virtual classrooms, so you type the name you wish. You can provide some description for the student if you wish, and then submit. So remember that this is just a folder. It's not, we didn't yet created a virtual classroom. So once you click on it, you will wait a little bit until you see this animation, and now you can create sessions. So the sessions, actually just click on create. You type, for example, Sunday lecture. Okay, so now you can see that here guest access, it must be on. So actually, yes, it's not a must to be on. So anyone who is not on the course can attend this lecture if he or she has the link. If you would like to restrict it with your student, you have to remove this. If you remove this, that means that only students who are registered in your course can attend this lecture. Otherwise, if you would like to share the lecture, the link, and provide others or allow others to attend the lecture, so you can provide this, actually allow guest access. If you allow guest access, actually you should specify the role of the guests, participant, or presenter, or moderator. So by default it is participant, just participating into the lecture, and this is actually the link. You can copy it and share it with the other users. So using, actually, for example, here, if I'd like to share this with others, I'd like to create or another, to shorten this list again like this, because it is a little bit long, and as we have seen before, type a friendly name and copy it, share it to others, and that's it. Okay, So now we have created, so we talk about the permission. The next thing that you have to do as an instructor is to specify when this lecture will start and when it will end. The date, you can select the date, for example tomorrow. My lecture will be actually from 9:30 a.m. Okay, and that is the start date. You can specify the end date, sorry, end date and time. You can have the lecture will not end, and you can have a really very important thing, which is the session will repeat uh, re- how many time actually, if you like, if this is actually, this is your Sunday lecture every day, every week, you can say that okay, this lecture will be available once every week or twice every week. It's really very simple to do that. End of recurrence of occurrence actually, after 10 weeks it can be ended. So that's it, if you would like to make it repeating. But if it's just one time, you don't have to do that. Next, actually early entry, this is really very important. Allow 15, the session will be open 15 minutes, or you can select, but 15 minutes is really very sufficient before the real starting time. That means that at 9:15 this lecture will be available, so that student can enter, test their microphone, everything, and wait until you attend. Or even you also, you can join the session and start it before 9:30 by 15 minutes. So this is actually really very handy. Session settings, this is really very important. Default attendee role, the attendee should be participant. This, and you should keep it like that. And recording, this is really extremely important, because allowing recording downloads, the session will be recorded. No, actually, you will record the session. The system will record automatically the session when you click on something that we are going to see right now, and you will allow the student to download the whole session, and they can download the session and view everything that is done during this online session or this lecture. This is really very important for students who couldn't attend the lecture at the time of the lecture. They can attend it in the night, and even they can attend it frequently to understand all the important topics in this lecture. And so this is actually for chatting. I prefer to not use this. Actually, you can actually show profile picture for moderators only if you wish, so that other student cannot see the profile picture of all the other students. This is also important. Participant can share audio. The student can actually talk with you. Please keep it as it is. Share video. They can share their webcams, or if they are joining from their mobile phone, they can use the camera of their mobile to so that you can see their faces. Post chat messages. So draw on whiteboard and files. So this is actually very dangerous. Please disable this. Otherwise, actually, whenever you are working with the student, and they can draw on the whiteboard or the PowerPoint file, etc. So I'm suggesting that student deactivates this. Another very important feature that you have here is that attendance reporting. So if we activate it, so the system will consider any student who joined 5 minutes after the real start of the lecture as late attendance. If the student actually is missing actually 15 minutes from the beginning of the lecture, he will be considered absent. You can also specify the required time in session. For example, this means that the student should attend 60%, 64% of the whole time of the lecture in order to be considered as attending, not absent. So this is actually very important if you wish to use it. And once you do that, you could just click on save, and that's it. So you can see that this lecture now is not started because we have configured it to make it start tomorrow. So let us create another session and type this test session without doing actually make it available right now, as you can see. And I'd like to take this list, this link so that I can join from my mobile, and I will leave everything. Oh yes, I'll allow recording downloads and allow the yes. Okay, yes, this is okay. Let us disable this and save. No, now I have created another session. But you can see here the difference between this and this is that this is in progress. That means that if I click on here, you have this join session. So student also, when they access this folder, actually will find the session available or not actually, and actually if they click on here, they will be accessing the system. So I'll join the session here as instructor. So let me actually share this with my mobile phone so that I can join this session from my mobile. Okay. So, but again, remember that whenever we are whenever we don't allow the guest access, the student will access directly without having to share the link with them. So actually the student will open this link or access this link or join the link from their profile and type their names here. Actually, because this is a guest access, so it is done from my mobile right now. So you can see that. So after a while, yes, another user is accessing. This is another user who is accessing. Student actually will allow the system to use their microphones and do the settings already done. Okay. So now I'm on the session. So actually this is the session. Actually I have joined the session right now from my mobile. So as an instructor, what you have to learn. So you can see this is the menu. The first thing that you have to do is to activate this. Actually, in the other version, actually it should be in English, completely in English. So you have to start recording the session. This is really very important so that a student who couldn't attend this lecture right now, they can view the full video of the whole lecture without having to download or send them the material. So you can see that this means that the recording is on. Okay, so this is the most important thing here, that you have just start recording. Okay, now another thing that you should know about is this. So actually if you would like, whenever you would like uh, this should be activated because actually your voice should be broadcast to all the attending student, so you should activate this. If you would like to share your video cam, you can do it from here, and this is actually to raise your hand. So now let's go to this. This is the menu where the important things should go here. Actually, let's start by the less important things. So this is actually the settings. You can activate the settings for this if you would like to share voice, allow the participant to talk with you, to share their video cams, to share messages, etc. And this. So actually, as this is actually you can control this from the settings here. But the most important thing for you is this actually. This actually is the content sharing. So you have this is a whiteboard. If you click on whiteboard, so you have the whiteboard activated here, and you can draw. You can type text here. You can actually draw something like that. You can write equations. You can do whatever you wish. You can change the color of the pen and do whatever you wish. This whiteboard is shared with all the students who are attending your lecture. If you activate this, your voice will be broadcast to them, and they will see your whiteboard. So this is actually how to use the whiteboard. It's really very handy. Actually, this is an eraser. You can erase everything, and that's it. Okay, once you would like to stop sharing your whiteboard, you can just go and stop it from here. So it's not all. This is just the whiteboard, but the most important thing is this one, sharing an application or screen. So if you click on this, you have the option to share your entire screen with all students. So in order to do that, you just your entire screen, okay, and click on share. Click this and click on share. So now all the students will see what you are doing on your screen. So you will see they will see this. So everything you can do, they can see here. So if you switch to PowerPoint presentation or something like this, students now are seeing this, all the students, so you can see everything. So they are seeing this with you. Once you end with sharing the session, so sharing your full screen, just click on stop sharing and go back to your session here from your browser. You can see that it is empty like that. So another important feature from sharing the screen, sharing the application, you can share only one application window which is currently running. For example, if you have a MATLAB and you would like to share only the MATLAB, you will find it here. If I would like to share Microsoft Word of this, actually what I am typing here or what I am reading, students are seeing what I am seeing only on Microsoft, this file only. If I switch to this, student cannot see this. Student cannot see this now. They can see only this, only Microsoft Word, even if I am switching to another application. Once I'm done with this, I should stop sharing, go back to our session and see another feature, which is actually Chrome tab. So you can have actually Chrome tab shared on, you can select any from the Chrome tabs here, and share it with the student instead of sharing everything. So it is really very, just select the tabs that you would like and start sharing. So that is actually sharing a Chrome tab. Another extremely important feature is the sharing files. This is really extremely important. So you can go to your file browser here. I'd like actually to explain to the students this PowerPoint slide and this PDF file. So you just select them like this. So you can add them one by one and come to your session and drag them like that. So I don't know why it is not done. Anyway, let us do it like this and this. One by one, sorry. So actually I have added this PowerPoint slide. I'm also going to add another PDF file. So you can add as many files as you wish. Remember that these files will be used by the students. Okay, and they can be used just by you to explain to the student. So let's start this. I'd like to start with this PowerPoint slide. You just select it and click on share. Once you do that, you will find all the slides here and click on this. Now all the students are seeing my first slide. You can do some kind of annotation like that and some kind of drawing some figures like this and typing text and erasing what you did. Switch, go to the next lecture, next slide, explain to the student, do whatever you wish, and once you are happy with this and done, finish all the presentation and then finish with this slide. You can stop sharing. Now this one is done. Now if you have a PDF file, for example a textbook chapter of the textbook, you can select it like this and share it with the students. Okay, so the students actually are seeing this file. By the way, you can zoom in and zoom out from this here. Okay, and still you can do some annotation on the file as you wish. So this file actually contains 6 pages. You can navigate between them like this and explain to the students and take the feedback from the students. Once you are happy with this, you just click on this and that's it. So we have explained this. Now this is actually again the session, and actually you can many things that you can do, an announcement, voice announcement to the students or pop-up announcement. So that's it. Okay, so once we are done, actually we can chat with the student like this. And an important thing is that here, this is the participant. You can actually mute the students, mute all of them. Okay, if you wish, you can mute all the students. Okay, because actually my mobile went offline, but anyway, so you can mute any student, mute all of them, and do many control on that. So once we are happy with this and finish our lecture, all we have to go is to go here and leave the session from here. We can do our impression about the system, and now we are done. So the session now is closed. The most important thing here, so once we are here, okay, we will see which one, which is, yes, once this session, once this is done and completely finished, actually we should uh, once it is completely, the time is over, that means that let me minimize this to make it, to force it ending. So yes, yes. Now after 1 minute or so, the session will be done, finished. So when you click on here, you will find all the recordings, the session recording. Okay, you will find the session recording, and sorry, not this. You will find the session recordings, so students actually can access and download the session recording and view the lectures offline if they wish. So I hope that this is handy and useful for you, and that's really very important. Wonderful. No need to install any software. It can be just the browser. You can, the students and even the instructor can give the lecture or attend to the lecture from their laptop, from their smartphones, Android or iOS, and even the tablets without installing any software, and with a full featured system. They can, as we have seen, we can share any material with the student and explain on them directly. We can share our voice, our videos, our webcams, and even the student can do that. So that's it for the moment, and thank you very much.